name's Daniel. I am the beekeeper, and these are my hives. It's my first season doing it, and yeah, it's trial and error. I learned a lot, but typically by just paying attention to the bees and let them do what they do. Today what's going on is it's cool. We put a microphone right at the entrance of the hive because you can hear as the bees begin to wake up. I think right now it's pretty early, so they're still sort of just kind of getting out and about. They're starting to shoot out and hunt for pollen and nectars and things like that to bring back into hive to convert for honey for their winter stores. So what you'll see, or excuse me, what you'll hear is like right now, there's bees darting in and out, and a bee will go out and he'll forage. They have a concentric map that they've built that's sort of now ingrained in their minds, and they'll find a nectar source, maybe a cherry tree, plum, whatever. They'll come right back to the hive entrance, and once they get past the guards, because there's always guards to make sure there's no pillaging other bees or anything like that, they'll do a dance, and they'll correspond their dance with wing movement. So you'll get different pitches, different hums, things like that, and then they'll do sort of a leg. It's called a bee dance. So they dance around and flap their wings, and that will tell all the other bees basically the GPS coordinates of where the honey source or the nectar sources that they found. And then all the other bees will go out there and they'll pick it up and they'll bring it back in and they'll convert it to honey deep inside the hive. Right now, as we get ready for winter, all the honey stores are going to be in the top deep of the hive, and then the actual living quarters, nursery, things like that are all going to be down here where the queen always stays. So they'll go get their pollen, they'll bring it back to the entrance, and they'll climb all the way up and they'll stash it in here in one of the frames that I've given them that they've built comb on. And if they're lucky, they'll survive the winter. A typical beehive needs 60 to 70 pounds of honey to make it through the winter time. And I think these girls will do fine. That's what they do. This is called the bottom board of the hive, and basically it acts as a stopcatch for ventilation, so in the winter time it doesn't get too cold. And it also catches these granules here. This is, you'll see all these different colors. In the sunshine, this sparkles like diamonds. These are all little pollen bits that have fallen off the bees when they come into the hive. So maybe, like I had mentioned earlier, when they're climbing up to deposit the pollen, this will generate or transform into honey later. This will fall out of their, this is their payload, and it falls out. And these boards collect it. And it's really cool because you can see all kinds of different colors, oranges, browns, yellows. And then these white bits, these are all wax shavings from the honeycomb that they build. It's pretty fascinating. Once in a while you'll find a bee leg, like that one.
A bee leg?
A bee leg, yeah. Someone lost a leg. Here's a couple legs. There it is right there. Oop. That's what that is. Isn't that nice? Isn't that cool? People eat this stuff. You could scrape this and sell it to a hippie for, I don't know, $1 maybe. You really have to have the time available and dedication to really make them comfortable and keep them where they need to be. You know, give them a nice space. They have to be in a corner that'll catch the first rays of the sun. And you know, you go out. The recommended visitation, I think, is every 7 days. I usually come out every 10 to 11 days. And you just maintain them, man. It's all about bee space. There has to be certain parameters within the hive, and they have to have their space. They have to have, if their honey supplies are low, you have to feed them like a simple syrup. You just have to be attentive. really is all it is. Be attentive, and then really most importantly, as you're being attentive, you want to let them do what they know to do best. Let the bees just be the bees.
And if somebody wanted to keep bees, would they contact you?
They could contact me. You can contact me at shipwreckhoney.com, and I have tons. I have a surplus of hives that I've put together by hand, just like this. They're stacked up to my ceiling in my house. It's like a warehouse, and I'd be happy to come out and put hives and point you in the right direction for supplies, and even hive maintenance, things like this as we progress.
And what's the website again?
Shipwreckhoney.com.
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 Okay, thanks, Dan.
Thank you.